After all this poor form, we are beating the league leaders inside their own stadium.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of our Borderline Glory here with Servette. We're going to be wrapping up our season 2 games today against first and then fourth place. 2 tough games for us really, so hopefully we can go and get some results in them. As you can see, it's not gone too good for us. We've not been able to catch up. So annoying. Since last time out, let's take a look at what's been going on. We played against Grasshoppers and Lugano. We've only managed to get 2 wins, 4 losses in that time as well against some decent teams, but also in games that really we probably should have been winning. We got a draw as well in there, but it's just not been the best time for us, so it is frustrating really, and we are going to end this season most likely in 9th place. I assume we will maybe have some games after this. There's not been any mention of it, but I don't know. Yeah, it will go to this, but I don't know if it's worth even going there for us really, because there's nothing on the line for us. I don't think we're going to get relegated. It says that a team still can get relegated here, but the less said about this season, the better. And then we'll go into a new season tomorrow in that next episode, and hopefully be in a bit of a better position. But it's just been frustrating really. I think we have a good squad. It's just not been gelling for us at the end of the day, and hopefully that will amend itself for next season. Let's go and get straight into it and get this season over with. The first game of the day against Young Boys. So the team for this game against Young Boys, a few changes. We've got a Strinsky in goal, backline of Joe, Diamand, Miete and Van Den Kerkhoff, Masson, Segura, Schneider in the midfield, Jallo on the left, Morandi on the right and IA up top. His kick-off here in this game against Young Boys. Maybe we can pull off some shock result. There isn't anything for us really to play in this season, even if we do have those games tomorrow, which is kind of weird because nothing has been confirmed about it. And in this league season, this stage here, you don't actually see anything about it happening, so whether or not it actually is going to happen, I don't really know. I'd like to think it is, but especially as well with these European qualifiers going ahead. But there's just nothing to play for, and it's very frustrating. We have a few things we really need to go and look into, and in particular, probably a bit of the data is a good place to start for us, really. But if we can go and fix this team, solve all our problems, then maybe next season will be our season. We'll have to see. Here's Joe in behind here. Can he have the shot? It's just over the bar in the end there from Joe. 20 minutes gone here in this game. Nice to see we're being a little bit more positive. Maybe we need a few changes to our tactic or something like that. Some new players we still have. You've got to remember, a lot of money to spend. We did lose some big players at the start of the season, and if we've had adequate replacements, personally I think we probably have, but it's just not clicked for them as of yet. There's a lot of things we have to look over, but I don't think it's too much to worry about. Morandi with the header, he goes and scores to make it 1-0 here against Young Boys. We could be challenging their title hopes, because they are currently top of the table, but they're not too far gone. They are only 4 points clear as it stands, and Basel are they in a game at the moment? It looks like they are not. Maybe they've already played, I don't really know, but if they haven't, then that game could definitely favour them if they can go and get a result in theirs. The result here is definitely going to do bits for them. I mean, 4 points behind there, doesn't look like they've played their game already, so they will have to go and hopefully go get a result, and maybe they can go catch up to Young Boys here. If we can hold on, that is, the ball floating around the middle of the area here, to the edge of the area now, to the left hand side, right hand side of or the middle of the box I should say. It was on the right, into the left, and then it's nothing in the end for Young Boys here, which is always good, keeping them out of the game and maintaining a 1-0 lead away from home against top of the league. Imagine we could have done this a bit earlier in the season. Maybe we won't maintain that lead. We will, because is a save, or it comes off someone there in the end and out for a corner. Luckily doesn't impact us too much, and we will be on our way up the pitch again. Here's Schneider on the ball. He finds Miete goes out wide to Van Den Kerkhoff here. Who can he find? He finds Segura in the middle. Morandi is dispossessed there. Got to be doing a little bit better from that range. Cannot be afforded to lose that ball, and now all of a sudden Young Boys coming on the attack. We're just going to let them walk in behind like that. Problems like this, they're not going to get us anywhere absolutely at all. Maybe we have to start looking at the defence a little bit more. I'm not too sure really where we have to go and improve. I think we need a new striker. Aye is a good striker, but his numbers have not. I mean, he's a good in the build-up play, but his numbers need to be a little bit better. 8 goals in 24 starts for the season. Maybe another attacker as well, particularly in the attacking midfielder position. I think that Jallo is good, Froling is good, but then Morandi and Schneider, bit more consistency probably needed from them. Morandi has done alright numbers in this season. Well, it shows that it will. So Morandi has done how many? 9 goals, 12 assists. That's a lot better than I thought it was, actually. That's still not. It's still good, but like inconsistency. And then Schneider, with all that potential, he needs to be doing a little bit better. If he wants to continue to have a starting spot in this team. But the Morandi numbers, to be fair, not too bad. The 22 goals and assists now, actually, after this game. Probably the best player in our whole team. Has Jallo done any better? Jallo has got 10 goals and assists. So maybe we need to look at Jallo. Maybe that's what we're getting wrong, just our assessment of players. Because Morandi, I'm not saying he's a bad player, but maybe we need a little bit more out of him. You think that Jallo is probably the bigger player in terms of his overall ability. 30 years of age. Some of these boys are aging. We may need some youngsters to come in. We'll have to see. The good thing is we do have some pre-contract agreements in place, and you will see those for next episode. But we need some big money ties. I'm actually going to splash the cash that we do have. Here's Schneider in behind here, and he puts that wide. And this is the type of stuff we're on about. We've got to be doing a little bit better there. But the tactics as well probably have to be implemented a little bit better. Bring in some youngsters, who can kind of adapt to it a little bit more and give us a bit more of a creative profile, I think, is the way we should look at it here. Should we bring in a type player like that? Here's Morandi, finds IA. Morandi with the return boy, finds Segura, who's in behind here in a very advanced position. Morandi, Segura, can he have the shot? He finds Masson. Masson finds Jallo. Can we work it out to the left-hand side? That is what we do. And then Joe from range, he hits the crossbar. Could have had a second involvement here in this game, but it's so unlucky to not go in from that range there. Just hits the top of the crossbar, and that will be another chance gone for us here in this game. I am going to bring him off because he is injured here by the looks of it. Segura, is there anyone we can really bring on? Mayate can move up, can he? Yeah, he can. And then we'll bring on Gradit. Ramos is injured for this game, so we don't want to bring him on. And then Jallo off for. I'm going to bring Watara on that left hand side to see what he can do. And we've made 3 changes here in this game after the 70-minute mark. We are still leading, which is always nice. Maybe we can go and have a bit of a higher finish than we expected, but there's not really much to play for. We can only finish as high as 6th place or 7th place even, because of the league restrictions, and even then, if we can get the results, is something to be decided. That is a lovely ball, to be fair. Morandi finds Watara, and it is turned in the end. That is 2-0 here against Young Boys away from home. After all this poor form, we are beating the league leaders inside their own stadium. 2-0 after 70 minutes here in this game. I'm not going to lie, we have played absolutely ridiculous in this game. Young Boys have not been in it at all. I don't know what has got into these. Very, very confusing season. Probably the story of our season. We win when we want to, and we're going to cross 40 points here in this season. To be fair, one thing you've got to consider is if we can have some good spells of form, we're going to have real good efforts in these seasons. The difference between 9th place and top of the table in Young Boys is only 25 points. I don't think that's that much, to be honest. The full-time whistle is going to go here in this game, and we have beaten the league leaders, Young Boys, away from home 2-0. What are we even doing? And finally, for this game against Sion, a few changes for this one. We've got Ostrinsky out for the first time all season, so Albert stands in goal. We've got a backline of Joe, Diamand, Ramos, Vandenkerkhoff, Masson, Segura, Schneider in the middle. We've got Jallo on the left, Morandi on the right, and IA up top. Kick-off here in this game against Sion. You'd expect us to probably get battered in this one off the back of a win against Young Boys completely. I didn't expect that to happen, really, especially off the back of 2 losses in a row in the league. But I guess that's just the story of our time here with Servette so far, but it's not to worry. I think it's all about, we're facing our first real challenge, I'd like to say. Not to say that being at 1860 Munich wasn't challenging, but, when the tactics are going a bit wrong, when some of the players are maybe not hitting the ground running as you would have thought, this is the first real challenge. And set of challenges for that fact that we're having to go under, and this is all part of the journey, which I think is very, very interesting, so you can't complain too much about that, really, and when it comes up. And now it's a big summer ahead where we're going to try and fix all those problems and hopefully come back for next episode in a far better position. Hopefully that will be the case. In this game here, it looks like we've not started too bad. I don't know if we can go move up to 8th place. Can we go and overtake Sion? If we can get a win as it stands, we would go and overtake them. They are playing Young Boys at home, so hopefully we go and get the win in this one, and then they will lose that one because Young Boys are going to bounce back. We both had that same game at this part of the season. I don't really know what's going to happen. We'll have to see really, but let's just hope it's going to be a result in our favour and will move us up the table. Let's have a look down this right hand side. The ball looking to progress for Sion, but a bit of defending required from Joe or Jallo even down that left hand side. The shot from range, decent effort really, but it doesn't go in the end. Just scrapes past that post there. We do have Albert in the goal, who isn't actually the worst keeper to have on the bench. He is only 23 years of age, still has a little bit of potential to tap into, some good qualities overall really. 186, so a little bit smaller, but maybe it'll give us a bit of an interesting profile if needed. Here's Van den Kerkhoff in behind. Can he look to square it? It's going to come, I don't know what's just happened there. That is going to be a goal kick. It's a cross that's come off the defender and then it's come off him, which is very frustrating. 45 minutes gone here in this game. It looks like we will go into half time at least at 1-0 or 1-0, 0-0, not 1-0 down is something that we want, and not 1-0 up either, which could be a little bit better. It looks like Young Boys are still maintaining their position at the top of the table, with Basel not winning their game and St. Gallen looking to take that second place. To be fair, second and third place does get the same in the groups. The season is not over, you've got to remember, but we might as well just wrap it up early. We could finish a bit higher, at least we won't play any top 6 teams anymore, but everyone's in there, and even if the teams above us go and win all their games as well, then we won't move up. Here's Jallo in behind, 1-0 here in this game. Segura with a lovely ball over the top, and Jallo is in behind and he puts that away, and that is what we want to see a bit more of next season. We're ending this season on 2 wins, going to go into these games coming up with a bit of momentum, and next season hopefully we'll start with a bit of a better start. That would be very ideal. That is a very good finish from Jallo, and that is more of the play that we really want to see here, but whether or not it's going to happen is something that will be determined in these upcoming games. There is Jallo on the ball again, but he loses out, and there could be a ball in behind here for Sion. More defending required, getting back really well. I must say, I think this is the best. Oh, never mind. I was about to say, to be fair, even without that goal, that is the first goal we've conceded all episode. I feel like we have played quite well on the whole. I think our passing and just retaining of the ball and the chances we've created has been very good. I think we do create a lot of chances. It's just something else is just not clicking. Maybe it is the defensive work. Maybe we have to look a little bit more at that. To be fair, our centre-back pairing in Ramos and Diamand. Ramos has got so much potential, and he is really starting to build on that, especially in that position he is in, only 17 years of age. And then Diamand next to him as well, at 27 years of age. Overall, a very good player. Maybe we need a bit more defensive-minded wing-backs, just better wing-backs. And Joe is leaving us at the end of the season. He has had a good season, but will be moving on. 27 years of age. Would have been nice to keep him around really, but I guess he's not deciding to stay. There's a goal here. It's a goal for Sion. I forgot they were shooting in this end, and it looks like they may take this game. I think we do have a bit of a mentality issue as well, because we have got 1-0 up in a lot of games, and then it has been turned on our heads. I'm going to bring Froling on here in this game, in at striker, returning from injury, and then Mayete I'm going to bring on for my son as well, who's had a bit of a quiet game from the midfield. I'm going to bring Caruso on for Van den Kerkhoff. Just going to make a bit more defensive mind change. Caruso could come back into this team. He is a bit more of a solid player in terms of his defensive abilities, in my opinion. There's another goal here, is there? It's hit the woodwork. Yeah, we've got an overall more solid player in Caruso, and Joe on that left hand side. His replacement will obviously be important, so we need a new left back, we will need a new striker, and then from there, what else do we need? Maybe another midfielder. I'm not too sure about that one. Definitely prioritise the striker and the left back, and I think we may need another attacker, maybe in that attacking midfielder position is where we want it. These flexible attackers who can play in every position, are they really the best type of attacker? I'm not really too sure. I don't really know. We'll have to see what we can go and get. But the full-time whistle is going to go here in this game. Not to be in this one, but we did manage to beat Young Boys in this episode, so not all that bad. So they have it, only the few more games coming up now in this group phase, but we are safe from relegation pretty much. We would have to lose the next, well, pretty much all 6 games. The 6 games we have to play, or 5 games we have to play, and the Lugano would have to win 4, and we would have to lose 4. So I don't really know. We're alright, to say the least, and we will be alright coming up in these future seasons. Maybe not the best season, but it's all part of the challenge, and we will only get stronger from here, hopefully. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with this, so to make sure to join the Discord down below, and I'll see you all for another video soon. Thank you, bye.